Do you ever feel like your brain is a slow computer? You want to speak English fluently and fast, but your mind stops to translate every single word. It feels like a wall is blocking your path. You understand what people say to you quite well, but when you try to reply, you get stuck. It is very frustrating, isn't it? Many students tell me they just cannot think in English. They think in their own language first. Then they try to flip it into English. This translation step is why you speak slowly. It is why you feel nervous when someone waits. But I have a secret for you today. Fluent speakers do not translate in their heads. They build their thoughts directly in English. Welcome to English Practice PB. I'm so happy you are here with me. If you want to change your learning, please subscribe. We are going to train your brain together. It is going to be easy and very fun. Are you ready to start this journey with me? First, let's talk about how we see the world. Most learners hear a word and look for a translation. Imagine, I say the simple word apple. Do you see the letters of the word in your language? If you do, we need to change that right now. I want you to close your eyes for a moment. When you hear apple, I want you to see the fruit. See the bright red skin of the apple clearly. Imagine the round shape in your hand. Think about the sweet taste of a fresh bite. Hear the crunch in your mind. This is what we call thinking with pictures. Your brain should connect the word to the image. There should be no middle step of translation. Let's try another one together right now. Think of the word rain. Do not look for a translation in your mind. Instead, imagine you are standing outside. The sky is a dark, heavy grey color. You feel cool water drops on your face. You hear the sound of rain hitting the ground. Now the word lives in your brain as a feeling. It lives as a picture and a clear sound. This makes the connection much stronger and faster. When you learn a new word, try this habit. Do not write down the translation in a notebook. Instead, try to draw a small picture of it. Or simply close your eyes and describe it. An apple is a fruit and it is sweet. Keep repeating the word while you look at the image. It might feel a little strange at first, but your brain will start to love this method. Soon, English words will feel like real objects. Now let's move to something even more exciting. I want you to become a movie director. We are going to simulate real life situations. Many people study grammar books for many years. They know all the rules and all the tenses. But their brain sees English as just information. They do not see English as a way to talk. We need to change English into a useful tool. Let's create a small scene in your imagination. Imagine you are walking into a beautiful cafe. You open the door and hear a bell ring. You can smell the fresh, roasted coffee beans. You see a friendly person behind the counter. Now do not wait for a real cafe to practice. Ask yourself right now, what would I say here? Maybe you want a simple cup of coffee. So you say in your mind, can I get a coffee? Or maybe you ask for a latte please. You are not translating these sentences at all. You are using them because of the situation. Your brain is practicing real communication. This is how children learn to speak naturally. They don't study books, they watch what happens. They use words to get what they need. So choose one simple place every day. Maybe it is a shop or a park. Imagine you are there and talk to the people. This simple exercise will make you feel brave. When you go to a real cafe, you are ready. Your brain already knows the words you need. Wait, there is another very easy trick. I call this the micro description habit. You can do this anywhere and at any time. Look around you right now, wherever you are. What do you see near you? Pick one small object and describe it in English. Maybe you are holding your mobile phone. Think to yourself, this is my phone. It is black and I use it every day. Or maybe you see a simple cup of tea. This cup is white and the tea is hot. The tea smells very nice and strong. These are very small and simple thoughts, but they are doing something very powerful. They train your brain to observe the world. You are starting to live your life in English. English is no longer just for the classroom. It is for your phone, your tea, and your room. Isn't it wonderful how easy that is? You don't need a teacher for this exercise. You just need to look at what is around you. Now, let's talk about something very deep. I want you to start labeling your emotions. Our feelings are very strong signals in our minds. Every day, we feel many different things. Sometimes we are tired or happy or bored. Name these feelings in English, not your language. Tell yourself, I feel a little bit tired today. Or, I'm so excited about this new idea. When you do this, English enters your heart. It is no longer just words from a book. It is how you feel inside your soul. This makes the language feel very real. Your thoughts become emotional and true. And that is when the magic really starts. English becomes your true inner voice. Have you ever tried asking yourself questions? I call this the question loop method. It keeps your brain active and moving. Start with one simple question in your head. What am I doing right now? Then give yourself a quick, simple answer. I'm watching a video on English Practice PB. Then ask another question right away. What am I watching this helpful video? And you answer, because I want to improve. This creates a chain of English thoughts. One thought leads to the next one naturally. You are creating a natural flow in your mind. You are not stopping to translate at all. You are just having a chat with yourself. This is one of the best ways to stop silence. It keeps your English brain turned on. Try to do this for just 2 minutes. Now, let's look at how we build sentences. Many students try to build them word by word. This is very difficult and very slow work. Fluent speakers use something called chunks. A chunk is a group of words that stay together. Think of them as ready-made pieces. For example, to be honest is a chunk. At the moment is another great one. I think that is very common too. When you use these, your brain is happy. It doesn't have to build from zero. It just picks up the piece and uses it. Don't say, I believe that This is good. Just say, I think this is good. See how much faster that feels to say? Start looking for these word groups often. When you find one, remember the whole group. This will make your speaking much smoother. We are almost at the end of our journey. But I have one more beautiful technique. It is the power of the inner movie. Your brain loves stories all day long. So, use that imagination to speak better. Create a small story in your mind right now. Imagine a person walking into a busy shop. The person looks very confused and lost. They cannot find the thing they want. Now, narrate this movie like a storyteller. A man is walking into a store. He is looking for some fresh bread. You are not translating a boring book. You are just telling us what you see. Stories activate your memory and emotions. When you use stories, English is natural. It enters the deep parts of your brain, and that is exactly where it belongs. Today, we have explored many ways. We talked about seeing pictures, not words. We imagined being in a cozy cafe. We described the small things around us. We named our feelings and asked questions. We used word groups to speak much faster. And finally, we told stories in our minds. Each of these steps is a little gift. They all help to remove that slow step. English will stop feeling like a hard subject. It will start feeling like who you are. That is the moment when fluency begins. I want you to try just one technique today. You don't need to do all of them at once. Just 5 minutes can change everything. Thank you so much for your precious time. I'm so proud of your hard work. Remember, fluency is not a magic trick. It is just a little practice every day. Keep practicing and keep thinking in English. And most importantly, believe in yourself. You are doing a great job, my friend. I will see you in the next video. Right here at English Practice PB. Goodbye for now and have a beautiful day. Stay happy and keep learning every day.